embedded Twitch window for simp when. Well, I don't know exactly what that means. Do you mean like a Twitch client? I think we're going to do things that are more useful than that in the shorter term. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of R's here. One letter variable names are hard to see. We got rid of the hard-coded pixels. I am very bored by how concerned people seem to be about package management. I really don't care as much as most people seem to. I think the entire model that people use is screwed up. So like, it's not a very good thing to base your thinking on things that are super screwed up, in my opinion. I mean, part of this is I'm just tired of how often people ask me about that. And I don't know why people ask about it so much relative to other things that are more important. Except for this, I don't know, the same reasons that always happens, I guess. I didn't close that block. What? Okay, this stuff that was I just, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did this and I didn't. Okay, I was going to do this. I'm sure I already got the status flags, right? Okay, it's there. Get status flags on the body rect. Okay. If input, what is input? Okay, that's this thing. So this is just mouse button right state. Okay. Actually, no. Hello. How's it going? Are you going to be able to include GitHub links directly in the code? I mean, I think it should be more like every time you compile, like all the GitHub code should be compiled in, except that you sort of like define out the parts you don't want, right? And we just download all code off GitHub all the time. That seems like the best thing. Keeping track of a bunch of incompatibility things is inherently hard. I disagree. Like C++ programmers have simply not had a problem with this. Well, Windows C++ programmers have not had a problem with this. Like Linux yahoos make their own problems. But like, it's not that much of a problem if you don't make it a problem. Any suggestions for cross-platform sound libraries? I have no idea. I always wrote my own for games, and I was very happy with that. Like WinAPI sound, well, it would do whatever it needed to do on whatever the platform is, right? So like we would use direct sound on Windows, or we would use whatever fucked up thing on Linux, or, you know, on Xbox. We would use whatever, like you just hook into whatever you need on the back end, and you keep that part simple. Because the thing is, to interface with a particular, like, you don't want anything crazy from particular sound backends. You just want to output samples to some number of channels. That is all you want, really. You want to control the sample rate and output samples to some number of channels, and that's very easy. You don't want weird hardware acceleration or anything because that will change on everybody's machine. So you're not in control of what it's outputting, right? So, and it doesn't help you because your CPU is plenty fast to do audio. So, that's the kind of thing that's actually pretty easy to adapt from platform to platform. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, so I kind of want to make a text input here. Input for I'm just going to do this thing. Input for general widget use text input. Grab text input. Input held. Input being used by void a pointer to the state handle, to the state record. Okay, grab text input. Only want one input. So we're going to do some stuff and then return input for general widget use. Okay. Okay, whatever. Hold on. I'm getting confused by all the depths of things that I'm not doing yet. Okay, we're going to do this. This is all going to be commented out. This is going to go... Okay, hold on. I did that wrong. That's going to go down to there. So if we're editing, we're going to grab text input, and we're going to set text input to hello sailor. Okay. Now, if we're inputting text, we're going to see if we still have the input. Okay. Now, we'll do this. And for now, we actually won't do anything there. I just want to make sure that we get our situation. So themes will have, oh no, not themes, state will have inputting text. All right. Has focus. Really? I thought we did that and made it a dummy. I guess not. Let's do that. Whoops. Status has active text input. Right, I forgot to do that one. Grabbed, did I pay? Oh, has active. Body rect, I typoed it. Body rect. Body rect. There's another one I see. Okay, so if I right click on this, it's supposed to do a thing, but it's not. Why not? Because we're not even drawing the text input or anything. Okay, so let's do that part. If we're inputting text, we actually don't want to draw the text. Okay, so I can use the slider. And then I right click. Ah, there we go. We're in the mode. Never mind that this isn't supposed to work. Anyway, so we don't want to drag it either. What a pain. I think we want to put all this in a sub procedure. Actually, this is fine. We just return there. And it won't do any of that stuff for now. So we do this, we go, ooh, there we go. No way out of it. All right, so we want to draw and then for now the user actually will need to call what do I do about this? I think we use the identical. I think we do that. Okay. I guess we just leave that defaults for now. Draw input, oh, draw. Okay, text input theme. Hey. Okay, wait, why didn't it print that at first though? Till I clicked on it, that was weird. Let's actually do that. So you have no idea what mighty is. How did you miss all the mighty? Oh my goodness. Mighty is the amazing new paradigm of the internet. Mighty is dipe. Mighty is dipe. Actually, no, it's not dipe. It's something. It sure is something. Sure is something, bro. All right, so this bothers me. The hello sailor doesn't show up until the second click. But anyway, let's do the inputs. So right now, we have to do this thing. Because we don't have like global handling of stuff, we have to register this with the input handler. And that is going to be a little weird. We'll add something to deal with this. But so remember back here we did text input and direct. Oh boy, that was not a very good design, actually. Because it requires having this input by value. We'll just do this. Actually, let's just say come on. Okay. And then we'll say I keep not being have to do a kludge like this in the user program. Okay. So if input not equal to this, that. Guys, I make so many typos at night. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it's streaming, like streaming takes part of my brain. All right. Other.input. Star other.input. Okay. This is a weird one because this is a not good thing. Okay. So I can go here. That's active. I can go there. It deactivates. That's great. I can go here. I can go here. Okay. And then all in. Oh, God. This is so shitty what I'm doing right now. It'll be fine because we'll formalize it later, but like all right. Okay. Boom, boom. 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 It's weird. It's weird. Okay. So why we set the input to hello sailor. So why does it reset? Maybe the draw function clears the text. Oh, it's not initted. It's not initted. Okay. I forgot that part. We have this init function. And then we go I assume that's the problem. Hey, look. It's hello, sailor, right away. Okay, so now we get to start doing the number things. What I've learned, so, people tell me sometimes that they watch my stream and they learn things from the stream, and that's great. It makes it nice to do these streams. And I have to say, it's also an educational experience for me. I learn lots of things. I learn what I know. I learn what I'm good at and what I'm not that good at. I learn what chat knows. And apparently, what chat knows is a bunch of web garbage. And that's basically it. Like, chat talks about web garbage 100% of the time. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's all that ever happens. No, it's true. It's true. 5 people chatting is correct. I just have to say, it's just incredible how often people are talking about web stuff in chat. Like, the worst part of programming, the worst languages and worst systems are what people spend all their time talking about. It's crazy. Okay. Anyway, so by the way, what I'm working on here is just I'm porting over the slider from the Sokoban game that we had and cleaning it up and making it more generally usable in the process. Well, mostly cleaning it up, and then partially I'm doing a little bit of messy stuff with this text widget thing that we'll figure out later. So well, what do I say about this? Yeah, so last stream or last couple streams, whenever we made the actual sliding part work for integer inputs and float inputs, we should demo that in this program a little better. But then I didn't have time to port a couple of the other features that we have in the game editor. One of them is you can click on it and then type in the value, right? And another one is we had I guess it's called a little spin box, which is basically some arrows that you could either click on or like click and drag. So I want to port all that stuff. Okay. Well, so we have text input popping up. Now in the original, we had these functions, and I'm kind of factoring them very differently. But we had UI input int and UI input float. And like whoever made these was a big fan of having multiple levels. This is all happening. This is going to happen in a different place. Yeah, this text buffer thing happens differently. convert bit mask to bit in. Oh, that's a thing that we did that we don't even like what we did there. It's not good. Okay. This I'm even going to ignore, I think. Maybe not. Except who wants an OX in front of their hex? Like, ugh. Okay. This hard-coded 64 is BS. And then we call input number. Yeah, this is gross, all this stuff. I honestly don't like the way it was done. Because like if you're inputting, hex numbers for like color channels or something, you don't want it to start with OX, but like that's what's being done here. Why? I don't know. So we're not going to do that. Okay. So then we do input number. I mean, this is fine. So what we could do later on, I think we will just do the obvious thing here, the basic thing. So this function, this input int function, is mostly doing stuff that we don't want or care about, or it's happening redundantly in a way that I don't like cutting off the space for the spin box. Like that's the same for in float. So why is it being done here, etc. This is not being done in a way that I like it. So we are just gonna do input number, which honestly, like, is probably also not doing anything. Like, why is the spin box there? Oh, I guess yeah, okay. It's just a little bit. Like this is weird because it's doing the text, but also then maybe the spin box, if it's not doing it just has to be refactored. It's too gross. Okay. So we say if input text, what? Then return toString of text buffer dot data. Like, where does that even happen? I mean, yeah, okay. Like, we're just going to do it. Like, there's really nothing here that I want to do the same way. Like, these features are, in general, features that we want to support, but I don't want to do them in the same way. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to the slider. We're going to say if input.entered, then equals false. And for now, we're just going to put this right in here. We're going to say if it's an int, And then we're going to do this. Oops. Right. Ba-bam, ba-lam, ba-bam. So we need this text. We could maybe make a function for this, but oh. I guess we just do that. Okay, so if I go here, hitting escape doesn't actually deselect that, which is weird. Anyway. You see that? We're at 3.20 FPS. We're at 42.69. Whoops, now it's exiting every time. That's weird. Oh, because I need to set entered to false. Actually, also, when we start, okay, bam, 11.22, 33.44, I could slide it, then I could go 22.1, 69.105. Okay. Well, we're not clamping it right now, so we'll do that. We'll also not do the hello sailor, because that oh boy. I think, yeah, okay. We actually do this for now. All right, so 27.02, 99, 8.111, 8.119. There we go. Okay. The hitting escape is weird. I don't get that. So how is escape being handled that it's not handled? Do I paint or draw? Yes, I draw on the computer screen using code. Okay. Y escaped. Do we not do that? Actually, okay. Bam, escape. There we go. Oh, but yeah, we have to check for that. Slider. Okay. There we go. There we go. If I hit escape, it won't change it. Okay. Great. Great. I should set some properties on the text input. Besides the font, I'll set the alignment, I guess, and alignment pad M's. No, this has different things. Okay. See, a lot of these, I mean, we probably should just have a text input theme on the other thing. All right, if we'll just copy the font if you don't have it, otherwise all other properties will be there. So when we say there we go. Okay. Great. Okay, we have to clamp it because if I go 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2, okay. We will clamp it, except maybe not. We already had some cases where we wanted people to be able to go out of range. So clamp text input low. Okay. So when we do the input, we will say if clamp text input low, result equals max. Why the fuck is it called lowercase min and lowercase max? That's fucking... Here we go. Min value, max value. Like, if you're gonna... The same person named the global functions min and max lowercase as who named the variables min and max lowercase, I think. I'm not sure about that, but I think it's true. Like, why would you do that? Like, set it up so that the way that you normally do things is harmonious and works. Okay. I'm just going to go with the lowercase max, even though that's annoying. Max of min value. Clamp text input high. It's min max value. Right? Right. Now, somebody else was using min and max here. Oh yeah, and here's where I used uppercase min. It's just... I probably missed some. Oh, I also... Oh, yeah, that's a pointer. That's a pointer. Oh, and also we want this, not value. What a silly. What a silly. Okay, so if I put 100,000, it clamps. And if I put minus 999, it clamps. And I can, whoops, that was the wrong key. And then I can drag it up. Okay. Harmonious victory. Am I pressing enter to set the slider value? I am pressing enter. If you click outside right now, that doesn't do anything because we don't have a global focus concept right now. Again, we're going to add that later. So if you click on like something else, it'll actually, it's like hitting escape, right? If you click outside it, I don't know. I guess the question is, what do people usually do? Or maybe we'll make that a theme option. I don't know. Is it okay if you can ask for clarification on a feature? Sure, go ahead. Let me know what you want to know. How does it handle invalid input? Well, it'll fail. We don't have a place to draw a failure right now. We just reject it. So you have struct, v2 struct, and v3. Something like a v3 equals, this is long. Shouldn't the compiler figure out the 2 and 3? No, it shouldn't do that. No, because it's a strongly typed programming language. And like using isn't really about anything but names, right? And when you use the flat parameter version, like you are in the end there, that's not about names, right? That's about values. Now, one thing that you could do if you wanted to be able to name it flat like that, if you look in modules math, right, I could actually go there, right? So for the vector types and stuff, we do, we overlap a bunch of different representations. Like we do this to sort of give you something like swizzles, but we also say, hey, here's an array of 4 things, and here's a vector 3 inside the quaternion, right? Actually, let's pick. Like for vector 3, you, for example, can do dot xy and get a vector 2 or whatever. And you can do that in the other direction, right, is the point. Like if you had something with a vector 2 and then an extra float after that, you could also do a vector 3 name for it. And then you could assign that way. You could say like, v dot combined equals whatever. You thought interface. No, this is for struct literals. Interface is a totally different thing. Interface is about polymorphic struct checking. It's a different thing. Is that some kind of offset union notation? I mean, it just says start over in memory at that member. So you can overlap things that are different sizes with it and not have to worry about where you end up or whatever. Right, like trying to do this with a union. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't know if it's possible. I don't think it is. Or if it is, it's going to be freaking ugly. Yeah, so the thing about what's going on in math right now is it's kind of going in the opposite direction of what you're talking about. Actually, let's try what you're doing. So the way that we do it is we put the vector 3 and then put the vector 2 inside. But let's just say, what if we wanted to do it the other way? So we're going to say v2 is struct. We'll do your exact example. Right, something like that is what we're talking about. Right, so then I can say, if I do this, as we have said, this will not work, right? 1, 4, 9, it'll complain about that. Okay. But actually, right, yeah, I see. So when you're doing an initialization like this, it's a little bit different because you're assigning to the whole type anyway. So like, even if I did something like this, I could say, so you almost want to say this, but that's like tautologically recursive, but you could do something like this, right? But then you still can't do this, but you could go like v dot combined equals this. Oh, this is int, right? And I think that would work, yeah. So, but we don't allow you to just sort of do the braces and put a bunch of things like in C. And the reason is, so in C and C++, there's lots of like silent mistakes that happen. So C especially, and I think C++ didn't really fix most of them. C has some really unfortunate rules for like struct literals that probably seemed like a good idea at the time. Like, well, you just list however many that you want, and then after that, we just don't set those, and it's not an error, right? And the problem with that is it's very error prone as you change structs, or even if you just type literals that have a lot of members and you miss them, and you get no help with trying to get that correct, and it's really awful in my opinion. And so the thing is, if you expect, maybe I should go back and think about this again, but I think if you expect to be able to do things flattened out, it's like kind of ambiguous what you mean. especially if some of these substructs start using some of these features, right? And so it's very strictly like we do the first one and we do the second one. And if the first one's a struct, it has to be a struct. So you need some braces and so forth. Rust is very strict in its decisions on that sort of thing. You mean the literals? Yeah, I mean, I think most modern languages should be, because I think it's clear that that was not a good idea, right? It's like the switch statements with fall through. Like, guys, that shouldn't be the default. If you want to make that an option, make that an option, but it just shouldn't be the default. Yeah. Okay. So cool. Hopefully that explains things. Place thing looks like it could be nice for extracting a bit of a matrix. Yeah, the thing is, that thing that we're doing only really works if it's contiguous, right? So if you want to get the position, but the matrix is stored row major, that's not really contiguous memory, and so you couldn't do it that way. All right, let's go back to the thing. I was going to start doing the spin box, really because I was doing this late night stream. Just getting the text input working was going to be enough for me, but we'll do the spin box as well. I think later, so right now we're just like inputting a string and then putting it into these, but I think later, like, we might have, kind of like we had autocomplete for the other thing, we might have a thing where if you start typing an integer but you type an invalid character, it like right away gets grumpy about the invalid character or something. Isn't it like 11 p.m.? Yes, it is like 11 p.m. It is a lot like 11 p.m. right now. Okay, so we're going to say use spin boxes spin box width as a fraction of the slider rect's height. (1.0) means the spin box will be square. I guess later we could add options to put it on the left or the right, but for now, it's going to be on the right only. Okay, so remember this body rect thing? Okay, so after all this text stuff, we're going to say if theme dot, what did I call it? Use spin boxes? Use spin boxes. Spin box rect is cut right of body rect. So that's going to shorten the body rect. And we're just going to draw something there. And we're going to say spin box background color. Actually, let's do spin box theme. And that's going to be a button theme. For now, who knows? We may make it later. Theme dot spin box theme. That doesn't have a background color. We won't do that. Okay, top rect. Bottom rect is cut bottom, top rect. We have to say by how much. Cut right, body rect by theme spin box width times body rect dot h. Okay. And then for now, we're just going to draw two buttons here. Right, so we have draw, okay. Pressed up is button, top rect, no string, button theme. I don't know what to do about these like sub identifier things. Could use the hash and the current location. I mean, it's not, maybe not the best. So, but okay, bottom rect, top rect. Okay. So we're just going to do that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So we need these cut functions. Should be under all this stuff. Okay. Cut right. Actually, let's make it not destructive. Maybe if I say cut right, maybe that means the right is always the first return value, and then the remainder is the, yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm doing it non-destructively because you may often want the other rect. So, so top rect and okay. Right. So Right dot width is amount, right? And then for cut bottom, remainder, remainder dot h minus equals amount, remainder dot y minus equals amount, and then wait, no, because the remainder is top. And then, okay, hold on. Forgot that part. Right is also rect. And then right's y, no, right's h is amount. And that's it. But it's not right. Right, bottom. So bottom, set the h as the amount, remainder is less h, and then up. Seems plausible. How many things did I break? Oh, that's the wrong thing. We're in the wrong folder. That's how long it's been. Oh. I didn't change that one since I made it. Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay, Reminator. It's the name of my new band. Reminator. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Hey, look. Oh, we got little cute buttons. We got little cute buttons. They're small. Let's make them all big. Oh, okay. Now we want to so we're going to want to I think we're going to want to do something like this when you click the spin boxes and give a new value. So let's just say all right. So we're going to go set and maybe clamp. Hope I pass these in the right order so I can just paste them. If not, that's bad style. Okay. Put that at the bottom. I did it in the wrong order. All right. So there we go. No, wrong one. Oh. Okay. Dang it. All right. So we got our cute little spin boxes. And you can edit, text it, clamp it. Okay, now these don't do anything yet. We will want that to happen. Modern widgets like this use arrow buttons on the side. Like where? Let me see where the game is currently doing it too, because okay. Materials panel. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. No, this is good. So this is actually, I remembered wrong. We probably want to do it like this, huh? Slipway stream tonight. I guess not tonight. I'm a little too. We'll do one maybe in the morning, maybe. So do people find this a more acceptable thing? One button on each side of the input? Like in the editor where it's written palette. I don't know where it's written palette. No, you don't want to put them on the different sides of the input, guys, because then you have to move your mouse really far to do either one. I don't like that idea. I mean, I guess we could give people the option to do that. That's true. So this is a little bit different. This isn't even the slider. This is like a text box with a spin box attached, which is a different thing. Why give people the option to do the wrong thing? Well, I mean, if people want to do a thing, as long as it's not too wrong, as long as it doesn't like, you know, make JavaScript or something, it's fine. You know, people have different opinions about what's the right thing. It's just a lot of people are wrong a lot of the time. That's all. Prevents misclicks. Anyway, so then can I grab and hold these? Apparently not. There's probably something, right? Like all... Anyway, there's something I could do there if I knew what to do. Here's scroll bars. These don't have spin boxes turned on. Anyway, we're just going to do them as right next to each other for now. And if we want to add fancy options about where they go, then yeah, we'll do that. But let me update this comment and then we'll... means each spin box button and 2 times height will be cut from the main rect to make space for the spin box. Okay. Spin box width 2 times. Okay, so we're going to go down rect, up rect instead of bottom top. Okay. Since we already have cut right, we'll put up and then down so I don't have to make cut left yet. Okay. I'm compiling the wrong thing. Help me. Spin box button width. Okay, so now we have 2 buttons and a slider. Okay. Now let's make the buttons do something. Do we pass the delta in here? No. How did we know the delta? Was it hard-coded? Step. Step came from here. We were just getting the default. Okay. Yeah. See, this was just getting the default frickin' step. Okay. The problem is we want to say actually, okay, we could say step in the slider function. We'll put step over here. And what is it going to be? We could say 0. And like the problem is, if it's an integer, you could make it 1 by default, and that's pretty reasonable. If it's a float, you don't know. It'll just be 1. Whatever, whether it's int or float. All right, so spin box step. Okay, so pressed up. So we're going to say okay. Set and maybe clamp result min value max value theme. I mean, maybe you could imagine setting spin box clamping as different. Number mismatch. Oh, that's not good. That's kind of a compiler bug. We're not going to rat hole on it right now, but did all that. I did all that today. Compiler bug in slider. Okay. So the problem is, like, this should be a literal, so it should be castable to whatever a float is. I mean, maybe we could do that. That's gonna, yeah, it's not gonna like that. It's not even gonna like this. I can't do this. I simply can't have a default value. For this number right now. So that's a thing to think about. Okay. We're just going to make it not optional. Which actually might be good for now anyway, because it means that you actually have to think about what it should be. But it's silly if you're not providing a spin box, right? 2, 3, 3. All right, so we can go bam, bam. Programming is so easy. Whoever thinks that programming is hard? Jeez, guys. I don't know what to say. Well, since I'm yawning very heavily, I think we are almost done. However, I want to do some fun things, right? Like Bob Isis from Isis Toyota. I used to have fun too. So normally people would use bitmaps and stuff, but bitmaps require you to have data laying around. So like I kind of just want to draw some triangles here. By the way, if you guys don't know the comedy sketch I'm talking about, there's a high quality comedy sketch on YouTube. You search for Isis Toyota. It's pretty good. Am I going to be in town Monday evening? I think so, but I'm not 100%. I think I'm at about 80% that the answer is yes to that. $85%, something like that. Here, I will get rid of the I'll get rid of the message that has the timestamp. How do I do that? How do I frickin' moderate the message? I could just ban Mr. Tech 256. How do I just wanted to, like, when you ban someone, it removes all the messages, right? So I just wanted to remove that one. Anyway, I used to have fun too. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Triangle Man, doing the things a triangle can. What's he like? It's not important. Triangle Man. Okay. Okay, so P0 Right, I think this is P0, P3. P5 is going to be lerp. No, P5 is just going to be P1. P6 is P2. Okay, and then we're going to say this is going to be P4, P5, P6, all right? Immediate triangle is not a member of draw procs. Dang it, bro. We need a draw proc that does a triangle if... All right. Immediate triangle. Okay, we literally only have vector 3s for triangle. That's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna... Okay. Triangle. Immediate triangle is simp immediate triangle. Down here we say we better have an immediate triangle. Oh boy. Look at all the goodies. Yes, P4. Okay. Look at that. And then we're going to see some even more awesome shit in a minute. P1. That's a P0, P3. Okay, so now when we do button, we're going to return the button state. So that if you wish to do things with the button, you can. What might we want to do with the button? Well, let's just say action duration. You know, I should do these in the same order. Okay, so P5 equals lerp orig P6 by S times 0.5. P6 is P6, right? And then P6 is lerp P6 orig P5. Okay, that is you know, I used to have fun too, right? 3 and and then S equals so I want it to go to 0 to 1 and then back to 0. I could do like a cubic here, right? Or no, I could even do just a parabola. What would that be? Y equals I don't remember my parabolas. So if we have an upside down parabola, right, that is 0 at 0, we could just solve the equation, right? So we could say f of x equals ax squared plus b x plus c, right? F of 0 is 0. F of 1 is 0. F of 0.5 equals 1, right? So f of 0 equals 0 means that c is 0. F of 1 equals 0 means, well, a equals minus b, right? And then f of 0.5 equals 1, which means a times 0.25 plus b times 0.5 equals 1. And a equals minus b, right? So a times 0.25 minus a times 0.5 equals 1. So a, right, that means minus 0.25a equals 1. A is minus 4 and b is plus 4, right? So f of x is 4x squared minus 4x squared plus 4x, right? So x equals 0, that's 0. X equals 1, it's minus 4 plus 4. X equals 0.5. It's minus 4 times a quarter, which is minus 1. And then plus 4 times a half was plus 2, which is 1. That seems plausible, right? So t is minus 4 ss plus 4s, all right? And then t, whoops, I forgot this. Do we even see a difference there? I guess we do. Give it a little more juice. Okay. 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 Put that there. Put that there. And I guess we'll copy pasta this. That could be. All right. Oh no. Okay. Right, because yeah. Okay. Let's just say draw arrow of state down P4, P5, P6, and color. Okay, and that's going to be draw arrow and why is Emacs having a cow? Frickin'. Okay. It's still doing this. Did I mess something? Oh, I did up here. Tell me when I do that. Okay, so there we go. Except this will have all this stuff. Draw arrow. Oh, I put the state first. I put it first. Waka waka waka. Waka waka waka. P5. Oh, dang it. This is probably cleaner anyway. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Why not simply using a sine? Because I thought about a parabola. That is literally what happened there. I thought about a parabola. I didn't think about a sine wave. I normally do think about a sine wave. And that would have been easy because, of course, I remember the answer to that. But that's not what I thought about. That's pretty good. We got to have some fun at ISIS Toyota. That's great. I think that's Miller time for tonight. Well, no, let's do one more thing. Okay, this should say color, by the way. And then we should let the color be let's just say theme spin box arrow color. And so that we know that that's working, I mean, we'll just use the surface color on button theme, actually. Button theme. No, because we're using the surface color. We could use the text color. I mean, that's gross, but all right. It's kind of like the text. We could call that something later because we're going to want to have buttons with bitmaps on them, right? And you would like to use the same theme. I mean, I guess you could have a bitmap and text. I don't know, but if the bitmap is like the text, maybe it's the same slot, right? And then it's not called text color anymore. And then this isn't weird because this is basically like a button with a bitmap on it. Okay, so for Spinbox, oops, we're going to say Spinbox theme dot surface color equals, we're going to give it a good, or no, text color. Going to give it a good different coloration. 0.5, 0.82, 0.82. It's going to be more of a cyanish color, but still a little bit bright whitish. Color over and pressed. And we're going to copy the other coordinates. For now, 9599. Barely different. Okay. But okay. Slider. We're in slider. Okay. We don't actually want this yet. Okay, well let's actually make sure that works first, but then we want to interpolate it. Oh, I forgot the ones. I forgot the ones. All right. Yeah, so those are a different color. That's, you know, it's arguable how well that goes with the green, but okay. We're going to do real colors later. It's fine. So, yeah. So, we actually, though, want this to respond to what we do the same way the rest of the button does. And so we have this over effect. And then we could sync the pressed color with, yeah, okay. So we're going to say button. We're just going to pass button theme because this is going to be complicated. We're going to go theme, button theme, and we're going to say color is theme dot text color. Color is lerp. Color, actually, let's just do this. Lerp theme dot text color to theme dot text color over state dot down effect T. I'm pretty sure that goes 0 to 1 and stays it. Ooh. Oh, it's down. Oh no. Although wait, how do we? Oh wait, it's over effect T. Right, I'm silly. Why did I? I mean, I guess I can see that. We could make it a lot dimmer just to make sure. Much more obvious. Oh, look at that. Oh, it feels so exciting. Feels so exciting. Okay, hold on. I actually kind of like that very dimness. I'm attacking the dimness. All right, so we're going to do that. And we're going to go 7. Okay, so we have to brighten it up when we do this. So we're going to say color is lerp color theme.text color pressed by T. Very exciting. All we need now is bloom and lens flare, guys. Okay. I think it's Miller time. Was the issue with the build server an easy fix? Yeah, I just went over and made sure it was updated and restarted it. It didn't take too long. Color picker widget next. I don't know what's next. I kind of want to go, like, the color picker uses other things as subwidgets, but we might have done everything that it uses. So maybe color picker next. That would be nice. It would be nice to give that value to the people. All right. Let's commit. Let's just run the tests. I've already had some episodes lately of checking in without running tests, and that's not good. Combo box. Yeah, we don't have a combo box right now. So I would be doing that from scratch. We should have one because that's a thing that people probably want. Simple turn it off and turn it on again. I mean, it wasn't quite turn it off and turn it on again because the reason it was screwing up was because it recompiles its own test program because that's how we add tests and stuff. And so when it recompiled itself, it got some temporarily bad code, right? And then it stalled and wouldn't then, like, it would have to finish to re-update itself, right? So I just had to re-update it manually to get the new pull down of the code. And then, yeah. Okay. Slider now has the ability to type values and adjust values via a spin box. Okay, let's do one more thing before it's total Miller time, because in this example we should have float value, and let's have an integer value. R dot y. So we're just going to do this. This is going to be a float value and an int value. We're going to go from 0 to 10 with a 1 step. And number. Okay, so slider float value, slider int value 3. Whoops. Polymorphic, what? Oh, I didn't update. I didn't update this right here. I missed. Whoops. Okay, number 3. Number 10. 10? What? Whoa. That's not correct. That's not correct. Min value, max value. Did I pass the wrong? I don't think I did. Good thing we tested that. Min value, max value, step. All right, so let me just see which of these it is. It could be this one because maybe we get a little frame of drag there. Actually, let's make these not clamp. We're just going to set number 3, number 10. It's number 10 every 12, 11, 10, 12, 12. Okay, so it's kind of like sliding. Okay, okay. So the integer sliding is actually working pretty well. I mean, like while we're actually sliding, that's pretty weird. But we haven't really audited that code. But then there, five. Okay, that part works. So it's like just the spin boxes. And it doesn't have to do with the clamping. And the dragging is a little weird. Anyway, we're gonna do that later. To do integer spin box has good behavior. Okay. That is what we are going to say today. Make sure it builds. All right. It is bedtime for me, everybody. It is bedtime for me. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. We'll do a Slipways stream this weekend. That'll be fun. I just didn't want to do it when I was super tired tonight. So for those of you who saw me playing the game on Steam, this is what it is. And it just came out, and it's by an independent developer who really could use any support that you want to give. If you want cool but different science fiction games, you could support Beetle Wing, and you could have fun with the game. Do I dare click on the forums? Let's see what the forums. Well, you can see the forums have people discussing, so that's great. Yeah. So we'll play that when I'm not dead tired. Bought it on Epic with the $10 coupon. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later.